All right, guys, we're here with Marty. He's the repicked 10,000 subscriber winner. I hate saying subscriber, but it's funny how this all happened. Is I tried to contact the guy several times that we first picked, never heard from him. So I repicked again because that's the only fair thing to do. And Marty was picked. And Marty, tell people where you're from.
Well, I'm from Mississippi. Currently I live in Biloxi, Mississippi. So it's about an 8.5 hour drive down here.
This guy drove 8 hours to come and fish with me in Port Top. I can't believe it. I'm really excited. I went out yesterday and caught some chum.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to really concentrate on that this morning. All we need to concentrate is catching live bait, which shouldn't be a problem. We want to get some big pinfish in that for the grouper, and so we've got you in the jig room now. Okay. So you can pick out 4 bags of jigs that you want. What I recommend, you don't have to use them today. You can use our stuff. We've got a ton of jigs on the boat. We primarily, for what we do, I don't know what you do up in Mississippi and how you fish.
Yeah.
So you go with what you want. Okay. These are all the swing jigs. From here up are Stewie jigs. Yeah. And then from here down are the regular jigs. Okay. So you can pick and choose what you want. Of course, the Stewies have the circle hooks on them and they swing. Right. So it gives you a better live bait presentation in my feelings of it.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. So let's get one of these. 1 ounce. Let's see. Heavy just in case. All right, that's good. Cool. Thank you.
And then also, you get the chum dropper from our friends over at GD's Fishing Innovations. This is the chum dropper. If people don't know what this is what happens is that when it hits the bottom, it lets the chum out from the bottom here, so it doesn't. The chum goes straight to the bottom, and it eventually works its way out with the tide. I just want to say thank you to Julian and his family. This was at the last boat show that we did, and he came up. It says Chum Buddies. He came up and said something. The only cuss word I've ever said in the entire show. This kid comes up and repeats it. The one and only. And that's why we were laughing so hard right here when we realized what he said. But wonderful young man, wonderful family. I just want to say thank you again for Julian and his family for getting this for us. We just signed the copy for him. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Julian, we're going to get you out on the boat here very soon, I promise. We've got a couple more people to take out, but I definitely want to get you out on the boat, and possibly with my 8-year-old grandson, because they're both the same age. So again, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Now let's go and fish. All right, now we're on the water. We're telling all kinds of stories about our waiting days. Yeah, we'll have to get into that one day. They're pretty interesting stories. But anyway, we're gonna go. We've got all our chum that we need, like I said, and we're gonna go get our pinfish now. So it's still dark. I think it's gonna be dark for a little bit, but anyway, we're ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go and do this.
Good.
Well, we caught bait. Both live wells are pretty much blacked out with mostly pinfish. So we're going to, we've got a major feeding time coming up in about 2 hours. So we are going to get to our spots and start fishing and see what we can get. I think we're gonna go for grouper first, and then we'll go for snapper and after that.
Nice.
Well, Marty's got his first one in the boat.
Didn't take long. Just watch those gills.
Yeah.
You can go in there fine, but they got a really sharp gill. Yep. It's this right here. Sorry, a little busy right now, Mark. All right, I'll teach you later. So yeah, right here. Those are razor sharp. Right there's a pointer. Yeah. But this is what you don't want. As long as you go right inside the gill plate like that, you're fine.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
God.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Third one.
Just pulled the hook?
Yeah. Man, to go to my big boy. Oh, come on! That fish was taking out drag. Today we caught even more pinfish because I told Chad, I said last week I almost regretted it because I felt that I didn't catch as many pinfish as I should have. So we only had about 20 left in there. It's not even getting to the bottom. What I was saying, what was I saying?
I don't even remember what you were saying.
I was saying something.
Must have been important.
Oh, talking about the pinfish.
The number of pinfish.
The number of pinfish that we caught today, I think we caught more than we caught last week, and if this bite continues the way it's continuing, we'll go through those quick too. Come on, Marty. God!
You suck today.
I'm telling you what, man.
That spinner is not going down.
Well, do you blame him?
A little bit. That's what he's supposed to do.
Come on.
Turn him! Ooh, that's got some big tail
Yeah,
tips. That's a good fish.
Yeah, that's a good fish. Oh yeah, that's a keeper. Your first keeper gag?
Yep. Ah, there's a nice one.
Heck yeah. Was that 20, probably right
25.
Right 25?
Right on the top of the lake.
Got him on the butt.
Got him on the butt. Last one to get a fish in the boat, but the first one to put it in the cooler.
Yep.
Just like last week. A lot of people come into the shop and they ask me, you know, which jig do I use the most? And what I explain to them is I say, well, it really depends on what you do, and
There you go.
there you
Yeah.
go, and how you fish. And if you like to set the hook, then I tell them to buy the regular jig. And if they don't like to set the hook and they're used to circle hooks, to use the Stewie jig. And we were just discussing that Marty wasn't putting the hook into him quite hard enough. So we discussed possibly putting him on a Stewie jig. And last week when we had Matt on the boat, I noticed that he would try just straight reel down, and he was using a regular J hook, and he wasn't hooking fish. So I said, hey, Matt, go ahead and put on a Stewie jig and see if that helps. And sure enough, immediately he started hooking fish. So if you're used to really using circle hooks, then I would recommend using the Stewie jig or the swing jig, whatever you want to call it. Everybody calls it the Stewie jig because of Chad. Hey, did you like that little thing that I put in last week? So if you have that question, and the difference between, I get this a lot, the difference between the Stewie jig and the regular jig is the Stewie jig has a circle hook and it moves around on the jig itself. So you feel the live bait more, I think, on this jig compared to the regular J hook jig. I use both. I just have to tell myself, don't set the hook, don't set the hook. Marty is on fire. He's got it down now. This boy from Mississippi doesn't play around.
Another respectable
Yeah,
one.
another respectable one. Show the camera when you're done. Make sure he doesn't beat you up too much. There you go. That bottom is lit up, and that's not bait fish.
Yeah. Ain't nowhere near.
Yeah.
24 hours.
Wish.
Yeah. It's not even hitting the bottom. Let's get in that keep. Not another keeper, but respectable fish. When I was talking about the pinfish earlier, That's been the key the last couple of weeks, is finding the big pinfish. You'll get the big grouper. That's what they've been keyed in on, is the big hand-sized pinfish. Yesterday I went and caught a bunch of bait at the Skyway for chum. We haven't brought out the chum yet because the tide's still moving a little bit too quick. Luckily I did that, because on the flats today we didn't catch a ton of bait on the flats. Marty is on fire. We didn't catch a ton of white bait on the flats, so show that fish who's boss, Marty. So what we did is I wanted to make sure that we had enough pinfish. So as you saw earlier, our live wells are blacked out with primarily pinfish. We do have some white bait, but I knew if we were going to get our grouper, we would have to have a bunch of hand-sized pinfish. He barely had him hooked. Right there.
I don't want to take those pliers.
Okay. And that's grouper coming up off the bottom. There's a keeper. Oh yeah, buddy.
Okay, I better measure him quick. You stuck that one good. He's running. That's a good fish there. He's running for the rock. Oh, your drag's slipping.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that one.
Woo, that's a good one.
Is that a keeper?
That's a keeper.
That's a keeper.
Right. Go.
Got it. Good job.
And just for the record, what pound leader you got?
20 pounds.
20 pound leader. 20 pound leader can turn that fish, right?
That's right. No problem.
Whoa, he's in the game now. Somebody show that boy how to catch a fish. He's got his feet separated, his hips locked.
Oh God, set my pole down.
Hold down and gets one.
People always ask us too, what color jig should I use? In all honesty, color doesn't matter. At least what we found, it hasn't mattered.
No, we all three got different colors.
Do we?
Yeah.
What are you using?
I got the chartreuse. He's got the orange, the red orange. You got the old orange.
Oh yeah, the old orange, yep. So yeah, color doesn't matter. It's all about presentation. You had grunts, you know it's a good one.
It's a grunt.
It's a grunt. Oh no. Nope.
He's long.
Come on, man.
You have that one there?
That's embarrassing.
We must have been going the other way or something. I'll have to circle that breeze tomorrow.
Puffing and puffing over a 22-inch fish.
Really?
Come on, man.
Dude, I don't know. He had his arms around a rope or something.
Uh-oh.
Still sound like your drag was slipping a little, didn't it?
It wasn't.
No, it was just the
It
line
felt
going
like it
through.
was. I think it's just a line going
Might have been the line going through the guide. Come on, eat them. Don't lick them. It's not an ice cream cone. It's a bacon sandwich.
Bacon.
You gotta take a bite out of it. Woo! You got that hair trigger. Ain't nothing wrong with that hair trigger. Right?
Nope. I'd rather you set the hook than not set the hook and miss the fish completely. I am just not getting bit now.
That time there, I seen that dragonfly run into his line and he set the hook.
Was that what it was? No.
But it just barely seen the tip of that rod wiggle a little bit. He was on it.
Folks, this is how much power I have. I ripped the lips off that grouper. This thing again, Thad? That's a good one. What we're doing right now is free lining. It's our favorite technique. We've got like 6 really nice snapper in the boat. We'd probably be limited out by now if the dolphin wasn't bothering us so much. But they're creating a little bit of havoc for us. But every snapper except for 2 of them have been really nice snapper. When we first got here, Marty caught a nice one, and he hasn't caught one since. Come on, Marty. Stupid dolphin.
Did you come along to go fishing or for a dolphin tour?
Way over there.
Ooh, gotta hurry.
Stupid dolphin. Woo! That's a good one.
There's your 20 inches.
Woo.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Nice one, Marty. Marty's redeeming himself, folks. That's a fat
Might be
pig.
your biggest.
Ugh. You make me nervous when you grab him.
Look at all the chummers.
Jeez.
That thing was.
Tell me that chumming doesn't work. That right there, he spit up a ton of chummers. I can't tell you how important chumming is. There's a few other boats out here, and we didn't see anybody else catching anything except for one other boat, and he was a guide, and nobody's chumming like we are chumming heavily. I had 2, probably 40 pounds of chum today, so we're chumming heavily to get these fish going, and sometimes that's what you need to do. Marty just caught what we think may be his biggest snapper, or close to it.
I was ready to get back to fishing again. Got there today.
Get him up off that ledge. That's what he's going. That's what he's going. Ah!
Couldn't turn it. Couldn't turn it.
Marty just got his butt handed to him. I saw your line flying.
Yeah, I had a bunch of it out.
Not a bad one.
Smallest one.
Smallest one of the day, but
one.
did he really?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He had to keep him from throwing up.
No, I know. Oh, I'm not blaming you. Yeah, that fish that Marty had on, that was a big grouper. When they run for structure like that, they go out of their way. That's definitely a big fish. We fought there good for a second. Oh, it's not a bad one.
He just swam in circles.
Doubled up.
He knew he was
Doubled up.
whooped.
There you go. Another nice snap. Look at all the stuff that's spitting out, and I can't catch one. We're doubling up on good snapper. We're still on the major. We're about done with the major, actually. The major's been pretty good. It would have been a lot better if we didn't have this stupid dolphin. But it is what it is. You just gotta... You just gotta make do with what you got. So we adjusted and moved and started chumming again, and like I said, chumming is the key. We're getting, these fish are coming up and they're spitting all kinds of chummers out. I mean, there's little bait all over the back of the boat.
It's no better up front.
Huh?
It's no better up
It's
front.
no better up front. Great. That's what I love doing, stepping on small bait and then having to try to clean it up.
Scrub it later.
See, what's happening is that the tide is starting to go out. So what we're doing is the back of the boat is right on the edge of the ledge. So what we're doing is we're pitching up on top of the ledge and letting it come back down. We're freelining pinfish right now. And you just hope to God you can get them off that ledge. Oh, and I didn't get them off the ledge. I just told these guys that it's my job to put them on the fish. It's their job to catch them. They keep losing them left and right. Lost fish, lost fish, lost fish. I guess they don't understand what that means. It's going to shut down the bite. Especially when you're fishing small rock piles and ledges and things like that. We've already had to deal with dolphins and sharks. We would easily got our 3-man limit of snapper if the dolphin wasn't messing around with us. But we still caught a bunch of nice snappers, so I can't complain. We've got 2 keeper gags in the boat. Caught a ton between 22 and 23 and a half. It's funny because all 3 of us just threw in the same area. And I'm using the Stewie and they're using the regular jigs. And I was the only one to get bit. Because I'm special. Okay, so what we're doing again is now that the tide is ripping, we caught some really nice mangroves. We caught 2 keeper gags. Tide's starting to rip now, so we're having to set way up off of the structure and let it go back to it. And Chad, on cue, oh! Chad sucks again. Marty, we don't know what he's doing back there. Oh! Marty sucks too! Man! But anyway, what we're doing is we're set up above the spot like I've talked about before, and we're dropping 1 ounce and 3/4 back since we're in 23 feet of water. So that's what we're doing right now. We're hoping to pick up our 3-man limit of gags, but I think that's going to be pushing it just a little bit. That water temperatures come back up again, and so we've caught a lot of fish, don't get me wrong. We've caught a lot of gags, a lot of snapper, but I think with the water temperature going back up again a little bit, it's kind of dropped them back just a little bit. But we've gotten broken off.
Yeah, we've had the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of opportunities. We've just got broken off by a lot of good fish. And we've caught a lot of good fish. Oh, there we go. Son of a, come on, man. I'm trying to film a show here and you can't even hook a fish. But anyway.
Didn't even break off.
Didn't even break off. Just, that's a shame. Let's go see what Marty's doing. As you can see, the wind and the tide are actually going against each other. So it's actually helping us. And it's not killing our trolling motor batteries, because we were on 10 for a little bit this morning and then it calmed down. But we're sitting here seeing if Marty can catch a fish. Come on, Marty.
Yeah, if you're not catching fish, Marty, you gotta talk.
Marty's not a talker.
Fishy, fishy.
Boy, you guys are gonna make me drop down and get him here, Joe! God! Alright, Chad. You've lost 3 fish in a row.
Yeah, I've gone up bigger every time, too. Went from my inshore rod to my big boy pole, and now to the bigger big boy pole.
Oh! Show us there, Tom. Come on, man. Shut up, Chad. You never give the captain grief. Never.
Nobody will ever know. Well known.
Woo! That fish almost took Marty off his feet. It did take him off his feet there for a second. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ooh, get him, Marty, get him.
Not a keeper, but at least just a fish.
GoPro, oh, you are recording. Cool. Well, Chad's cleaning up the fish. Had another great day on the water. Caught some nice keeper grouper. Lost a ton of fish. Caught some nice snapper. We would have caught more, but the stupid dolphin. I'm gonna get a shirt that says "Stupid Dolphin."
Why? You think they can read?
They're smart. They're smart. They can sniff out bombs. Not sniff out, but sonar bombs in the water. That's what the Navy uses them for. Anyway, see, I was going down a track and you just completely screwed me. Shut up, Marty. The other Marty, my Marty that stays here with me.
You
but yeah,
Marty are roommates?
Yeah. During the week we are. But it was a good day. Wasn't quite as spectacular as the week before, but that water temperature had climbed up, so I think that had a little bit to do with it. But we still had a really good bite on gags. I mean, I can't believe how many we caught and how many we lost. Oh my God, how many times. Matter of fact, Chad just showed me, and one of the snapper had one of our cut baits with the hook still in its stomach. So that's pretty interesting that he ate again. But these fish are full of crabs. Most of them are full of crabs.
Half of them.
Half of them
full of chum.
Yeah. Okay. So, but it was a great day on the water. We had Marty from Mississippi on the water.
Mississippi Marty.
Mississippi Marty.
Right.
So I'm going to talk to him and see what he thought about the day and see if it was worth the 8-hour drive to come down here. All right, Marty, what'd you think?
Hey, it was an awesome day. It was an epic bite today. I mean, you can't describe how crazy that grouper bite was.
Yeah. And how strong they are.
How strong they are.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how strong they
Yeah.
are. Yeah. Even you catch one, you'd think it was for sure was a keeper, and it was
22 and a half
22
inches, 22 inches.
But
And
I think if it hadn't been for the sharks and the dolphins, we would have had a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they really ruined a lot of good fish.
They took probably the shark at that one spot took what 3 of my fish, and then the dolphin took another 3 of my. They picked on me. What was it with me today, Chad? What?
I think it was because you suck.
Yeah, whatever.
Might have had something to do with
So
it
anyway,
more.
was it worth the 8-hour drive?
Absolutely.
All
We
right,
had a
that's
great
what
time.
that's what I love to hear.
Great time. Good fellas. Good fishing.
Good. I enjoyed having you on the boat. You're another one that we would be more than happy to have on the boat again. So if you ever come down to Florida again, just let us know.
Absolutely.
And we'll get it straightened out. But
Can't thank you enough.
no, not
You
a
and
problem.
Chad-
Thank you
Chad
for supporting the channel
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
subscribing and watching all the way up in Mississippi.
Yeah.
So I asked you, Chad asked you, why was it that you subscribed to the channel?
When I started watching your videos, the way you guys present every aspect of your fishing trip from the start to the to the end was just really, you broke it down to to layman's terms, I guess I could
Sure.
say, and it just made it easy. You're easy to watch and down to earth guys that just seem like they are out having a good time, and I think that's what most recreational fishermen want to do day in and day out, is just go out and have a good time.
Sure.
And you guys, do a great job of just explaining everything from beginning to end, and I really enjoyed that. So.
Well, I tell you, you caught on quick. You caught on very, very quick, which is nice, because sometimes we'll get people on the boat that don't catch on, and it takes them a while and a while and a while, and they finally catch on. But
Yep.
you caught on pretty quick, and you were on those fish, and you did a great job. Caught some great fish. Caught a nice keeper grouper.
That's
You
right.
caught a couple of nice keeper snappers.
That's right.
Snapper was what, 18 and a half?
18 and a half was a snapper.
Yep.
And you lost some big fish.
Oh, yeah.
We all did. We all did. And that's
part of it.
I mean, using 20-pound, you're going to lose fish, but I can tell you this, the bite, you're going to get a lot more bites with it. So anyway, Marty, thank you very much
Absolutely.
for coming.
Thank you.
I
Enjoy it.
appreciate it. We had a blast with you. Again, everybody, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching the channel. If you have a chance, like I said, this next week we're going to have egg sinkers in stock. If you need jig heads, anything else like that, stop by the online store or stop by the retail store here in Ruskin. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Thanks again. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the Friday Fishing Forecast.
We'll be right back.